back with us on the Now Morning Show this morning. Now, Carnival may have ended, but it doesn't mean that we don't have more things to add to your calendar. Happening this Saturday, February the 17th, it's the Intercol Nostalgia Festival. It's a football tournament for this year, 2024, but it started a while ago. In studio with us this morning, we have Fenwick Mills, treasurer, and also joining us in studio, we have Junior Burton, secretary of the Intercol Nostalgia Festival. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
It's a pleasure to have both of you on the show with us this morning. How are you all doing for the morning so far?
We're doing pretty fine. Thank you for having us.
It's definitely a pleasure, especially when we're talking about the Intercol Nostalgia Festival, because this is something we all know growing up. When Intercol season comes, everybody's ready to go out and support their school, who not talking to who for the duration of the entire thing. But to see now that you've decided, okay, so we're going to continue this regardless of the fact that our school days may be over, we're still going strong and we're pushing. Now, let's get into the existence of this. When did this start?
1993. And basically we started with just St. Mary's and Belmont were the two original schools that started playing against one another every year. And eventually more schools found out and they wanted to come into the thing, and so now we have 12 schools in all.
Oh, nice. Amazing. Now I'm seeing as we speak about other participating schools and colleges, this year you have some new additions.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Every year we have a management committee that goes through persons who apply to participate. This year we've included 3 other teams, Malik, San Juan, and John Donaldson, all showing up for the first time.
Wow, well, listen, I mean, we're looking forward to this. I mean, Fenwick, it's a pleasure to have you all on the show this morning because, again, this is something we all look forward to, or we used to look forward to, and now it's back. But I love the fact as well that this year it's something with a purpose, something that's different. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm assuming every year there is a purpose, but maybe that changes. Does it change every year, Mr. Burton?
Not really. Our set thing is basically to foster camaraderie, of course, among the schools. One, we like to mentor the younger ones. So in terms of our competition, we started from over 25.
Okay.
So we kind of keep a group of young ones because they are the ones that will have to take over from us as we go along in this tournament. And finally, our main goal really is to try to raise funds for aging footballers, because a lot of them right now suffering with some medical issue. So their expenses pretty high. I mean, we can't give them $1 million, we would wish, right? But we try to raise some sort of funds to at least assist 1 or 2 of, depending on the amount we collect.
Wonderful, and definitely, as you mentioned, fostering camaraderie among the youth as well. It also helps to build that connection with the younger generation and the older generation.
Absolutely.
Right.
Beyond partnering, well, in addition to what Mr. Brayton said, we also partner. We have a couple of medical institutions that have very graciously agreed to have concessionary pricing for aging footballers, people who have reached an age like myself and who may have knee issues or issues of the joints or so on. So that's something that we're also working on.
So let's talk about, as we're speaking a lot about age this morning in this conversation, let's talk about the different categories. You mentioned over 25, but I know we have some other categories as well.
Yeah, well, so it's over 25, over 40, over 50, and for the guys like us, over 60.
Well, my goodness, you don't look a day over 60, that's for sure.
We had to keep up with the young ones. So.
Definitely. All right, so that's amazing. So over 25, you have 6 teams. Over 40, 7 teams. Over 50, 11 teams. And over 65 teams.
Absolutely.
So what kind of tournament is this?
It's a football tournament. Believe it or not, the over 60 guys like us can actually still run around for maybe 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
But really, the main theme, as we mentioned earlier, and you said something that it was competitive back in the day, but now it's more about camaraderie. The guys who you never spoke to and it was all war in those days, now we sit and we chat and we reminisce on those days, and it's a different kind of ethic that shows up.
And that's beautiful. Hopefully that's something that we can pass down to the younger generation as well, so
That's
they
what
can
we
enjoy
wanna
it. Now, I know that you have a lot of people that registered so far, almost 500 people.
Yes.
Is registration still open?
Still until midnight tonight.
Until midnight tonight. And as of midnight tonight, what happens?
The online registration will be closed, so you can't go online after midnight to register. If you come on the day, we still take your registration, but you have to pay a late fee of $100. Because we don't really want to be registering on that day.
Of course, but I mean, it goes to a good cause,
Yeah,
so by all means. Now, aside from the fact that you have the round robin is 8-a-side, right?
Yes.
You also have some other things happening on this day itself. What else can we look forward to?
One of the main things this year we're honoring the pioneers of Trinidad and Tobago football. And we are honoring Mr. John Stedman, Mr. Avril Gally Cummins, everybody should know him, the former coach of the strike squad, Mr. Leroy De Leon, Mr. Warren Archibald. So those were the first guys who really went outside of Trinidad to play professionally.
Wonderful.
So we want to honor them, and it's kind of a significant thing is that we're looking at it as a sort of reboot of Trinidad football, because we have elections for a new executive coming up somewhere down in April, I think. So we're looking at this to give some kind of impetus to the new executives.
Wonderful. Well, I mean, come out and show your support and show your strengths from now, I guess. Now, this starts at 9 a.m. It's happening at CIC grounds. Aside from the match itself, I know there's going to be some entertainment for the family. You're going to have a bouncy castle, snow cone, all these things they don't make us Trini and are parts of the moment. But tell me, is there any cost to enter for those who are just coming to watch?
Oh no, it's absolutely free.
Okay.
We subsidize the cost. We are very grateful to our current group of sponsors, principally the Ministry of Sport. They are very graciously come on board with us, RBC, and
First
Citizens as well.
Yeah.
We actually intend to move this into a full calendar event. We hope to have a discussion with the Ministry of Tourism, because we have folks who come down here and actually extend their stay by 3 or 4 days to attend, and that has a significant impact on our economy. The amount of hotels and coconut vendors and double vendors and so on that benefit from people who stay on extra. So we're hoping that we get some traction as well from tourism to push the festival to even greater heights.
Definitely. I mean, I can see it happening for all of those who are still here and who are watching this morning as well. Something to check out this weekend, happening on the 17th of February, this Saturday at CIC grounds. For those of you who aren't too sure you're visiting, that's where a lot of fets would have been. So go on, head on over there for the Intercol Nostalgia Festival Football Tournament 2024. Fenwick Mills, thank you so much. Junior Burriton, thank you so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure, and looking forward to seeing this becoming an annual events.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having us.
It's been a pleasure. There's a lot more coming up on the Now Morning Show. 15 minutes is going to be filled with goodness, so we'll be back right after this break.
Let me take you high.